What is the one idea that could set you free from every limitation, break every invisible chain, and open the gates to your true abundance? It is this. You already have the power to grow rich because God lives in you. You are not empty. You are not lacking. You are not unworthy. You are a walking, breathing miracle of creation, given full access to infinite intelligence, yet most men never use even a fraction of this gift. Why? Because they have been conditioned to seek riches outside themselves instead of realizing that the source of all wealth lies within. Now, I want you to pause and reflect. You've been told to hustle, to grind, to sacrifice, and to struggle. But you were rarely told to go within. You were told to pray to a God above, but not to awaken the God within. And that is the cause of much failure. For what you fail to activate, you cannot attract. What you fail to recognize, you cannot release. The principle of Think and Grow Rich is not just about money, it is a spiritual law. It is the realization that what you think, you become. What you feel, you attract. And what you believe, you manifest. But if you think with fear, if you feel unworthy, and if you believe that God is distant, then your reality will reflect that spiritual confusion. That's why the first step to growing rich is not a financial move, it is a mental revolution. And that revolution begins when you accept that you are not separate from God. You are not a beggar waiting for blessings. You are a creator sent to manifest His vision on earth. The moment you see yourself as a divine partner, not a desperate servant, everything begins to change. You stop chasing riches and begin aligning with riches. You stop trying to prove your worth and begin expressing your value. You stop doubting your future and start creating it with precision. Do not mistake this for arrogance. This is divine responsibility. You were not put on this earth to simply survive and obey. You were sent here to build, to create, to inspire, and to thrive. And your success is not only possible, it is required, for it glorifies the infinite intelligence that gave you life. Now let's bring it down to the practical. If the God within you holds the key to all wealth, how do you unlock it? First, by belief. Not passive belief, not religious recitation, but active, aggressive, intentional belief. Belief that the desires in your heart are valid, sacred, and implanted by God Himself. If a dream was given to you, it is your duty to pursue it. It's not fantasy, it's instruction. But belief alone is not enough. You must also discipline your mind. You must filter your thoughts with care, because your thoughts are seeds. Each one takes root and produces fruit, either good or bad. The man who does not guard his thoughts will live in confusion. But the man who chooses thoughts of faith, power, wealth, and possibility, that man begins to manifest heaven on earth. Your inner world is the womb of your future. You cannot plant poverty in your thoughts and expect prosperity in your bank account. You cannot water fear every day and expect to grow in faith. You cannot complain about lack and attract abundance. This is why you must become the master of your mind. You must think rich long before you touch riches. You must speak wealth before you see wealth. You must walk with confidence before results show up. And if you're waiting to feel ready, let me remind you, readiness is a decision. Most men wait for a sign from the world, but the world is waiting for a sign from you. That sign is your decision to rise, to build, to no longer tolerate mediocrity in any form. And that decision must be followed by clarity. Clarity is the engine of creation. A vague goal produces vague results. A weak desire produces weak action. So I ask you, what exactly do you want? What number? What lifestyle? What impact? What legacy? Don't just feel it, define it, write it, declare it, own it. Because a man without a vision will perish, not from lack of effort, but from lack of focus. Once you are clear, begin to visualize. not as a childish fantasy, but as a spiritual discipline. See the life you were born to live. Picture it so vividly that your subconscious mind begins to accept it as reality. For when your subconscious accepts a truth, it sets forces in motion to bring it into form. You begin to act differently, speak differently, walk differently, and soon the world responds. This is how we think and grow rich with God, not apart from Him. Every step of your success journey is infused with divine intelligence. You are not doing this alone. You are being guided, protected, and elevated by a power that cannot fail. But you must stay connected. You must tune your mind like a radio to the frequency of success. If your thoughts are full of guilt, fear, or scarcity, you are tuned to the wrong signal. But if your thoughts are full of faith, purpose, and gratitude, you begin to resonate with the abundance that is your birthright. And yes, I said birthright. Wealth is not reserved for the few. It is reserved for the faithful. It is the natural outcome of a man who obeys the laws of the universe: thought, belief, decision, persistence, and generosity. When these are in place, wealth flows. Not always instantly, but inevitably. And what about obstacles? Will they disappear? No, but your relationship with them will change. The man who walks with God sees obstacles as feedback, not failure. He understands that resistance is a teacher. That delay is development. That rejection is redirection. He does not panic. He pivots. He does not quit. He recalibrates. Why? Because he knows his outcome is already secured. He is not guessing. He is trusting. Let me tell you the truth. The richest men are not those who earn the most. They are those who think the clearest. They are those who no longer tolerate fear in their vocabulary. They are those who start their days not with worry, but with alignment, prayer, affirmation, decision. And this alignment is not religious, it is strategic. You cannot produce divine results with a chaotic mind. You cannot create like God and think like a slave. You must elevate your standard. The way you wake up, the way you speak, the way you walk into a room, all of it must be a declaration of the man you've decided to be. And what man is that? He is focused. He is intentional. He is faithful. He is generous. He is disciplined. He is connected. He is bold. He is powerful. He is a man who thinks and grows rich with the God in him, not just for his own sake, but to bless everyone assigned to his influence. Do you understand that your success is not just about you? It's about everyone who will be inspired, employed, elevated, and awakened because you said yes to your calling. There are lives attached to your discipline. There are breakthroughs connected to your obedience. There is legacy linked to your willingness to believe in what God has placed inside of you. So no, this is not about ego. This is about responsibility. This is about stewardship. And the first thing you must steward is your own mind. That is the birthplace of every miracle. You are no longer allowed to think small. You are no longer permitted to hide your gift. You are no longer available for the lies of limitation. From this moment forward, you are a vessel of wealth, wisdom, and world-changing impact. And that vessel is guided by divine intelligence every step of the way.